Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV. This is the best of the rest show. I'm with the gang in the building. You know what I'm saying to you, Tuesday, you know what the time is, man. You know, what I mean, best of the rest. This is a show where you have Man City, you are the best, but we are the best of the rest. So I'm with my brothers back to Arsenal, back to where they belong, part of the gang. What are you saying, Premsy?
Yo, it looks like we're going to become the best soon, fam. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to get vacated off this
Hey,
show. No, all good,
hey,
bro. Big up
hey.
the chat, big up the
Unless you win that
panel.
league. Don't know, man. Don't know,
Yo,
man. But nah,
pressure's
love
on,
to see you,
pressure's
man.
on, man.
Pressure's on, definitely, man. Big up to you, man. We got man like Monts in the building. Monts, what you saying, man?
Good man, good to be back. Always a pleasure to be on the channel with these lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up the man. Them obviously just hit 5K as well, man. So obviously bless up to
Salute, salute,
everyone.
salute, salute. Big up to you, man. Honestly, congratulations on the 5K. Also, we got Premsy, who's how many did you say your weight, Premsy?
About 5 subs from 6K, folks. So you know
Jeez.
what to do. Show some love.
Yeah, yeah,
Go over
yeah.
to the
Hit
channel.
that
Hit
by
the
the end of the
subscribe.
stream,
Right now,
people.
right
Come
now,
on,
right now.
Should be
come
right
on.
now. Should be right
Someone
now.
get the
Yeah.
link in the
To be
chat.
honest,
I'll
man.
say the link in the
Five.
chat.
Don't be
Yeah.
stingy, people. Don't be stingy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So make sure you like the video, people. We got a man like Carefree Lewis. Is that the what season kit is that you got on there?
16-17. Last time we won the league. Good times. Good
Yeah,
times.
good
But
times.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a bit boring
memories.
for us. Been a bit. I see you lot though trying to stir up trouble in paradise. Just Maguire BS. I'm sure we'll get into that. But yeah,
Yeah,
you will not fool me. You will not gaslight me. But big up everybody. Big up
yeah.
the panel. Big up the chat. Like and sub.
Come on, and big up to Patrick and new manager, but same old problems, man. Um, Lost that pre-season, but how are you doing, man? I seen Ange ball though. I was watching a few clips of the way you're playing and that. I see the passing and that. Come on.
Yeah. No problems at all. It's first preseason friendly. We absolutely battered them, to be honest. Obviously, we lost 3-2, but I don't care about preseason games, man. I've kept the same energy throughout. Even when Arsenal fans were going mental on Thursday and Friday about Havertz and everything, I was like, come on, it's preseason, chill out. So I'm not going to be out here stressing. As long as you can see some sort of patterns of play, as long as people get a little bit of run out, juice in the legs, it's all right, man. So yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to see my team back. Happy to see that, everyone's kind of getting into the motion. And yeah, the Vicario back pass. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's his first 45 minutes. He made a couple of good saves, though. He's got good reflexes and good reactions. But yeah, we'll get into it. Shout out to Smokey Settings. He's always throwing in the super chat. So yeah, one
Yeah,
love.
man. Big up Smokey all the time, man. Absolutely, man. Big up to Smokey all the time, man. So large up to everyone, man. 700 already in the building. That's real love, man. So large up to everybody that tunes in every Tuesday. Best of the rest, man. We got a good chemistry here, man. And like I said, it's good football banter. What isn't banter though is sad news about Fofana. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This one's a bit of a sad one, man, because at the end of the day, you don't wish injuries on any footballer, yeah, but especially for Fofana in terms of his injury record with his knee. Breaking news today is broke his ACL. Fofana's undergone anterior cruciate ligament reconstruction surgery. Wesley now will begin his recovery and work with the club's medical department at Cobham during his rehabilitation phase. Club reports. Yo, man, I don't know, man. It's sad, man. Again, I don't know how many injuries has he got now with his knee. Is it twice now? He's got a knee injury in it for the
Yeah.
knee.
This is his seventh in
the same
4
knee?
years.
Is it the same knee, Lewis?
We don't know. We don't know yet. All we know is that surgery is probably going to be about 7 to 9 months at the very least. Guy's not getting any luck in his body. Like, he's going through personal issues as well. Like, I'm not going to delve into it, but like, it's just bad luck for him. Really bad luck all round. I've seen Chelsea fans panicking about it, which I get. Like, nobody wanted to see him get, not even be on the bench, let alone injured. And in time, like, I don't think it's that bad in terms of the squad now, because we still have 4 centre backs. And one of my panelists said something that really resonated with me, and it's like, we had Chalobah was potentially going to leave, and everyone was happy to go in with 4 centre backs and have Colwill, Silva, Badiashile, and Fofana. Now we're in the same situation, except it's Chalobah instead of Fofana. And Chalobah's been a good centre-back for us. I've always said he's been really good depth for us. 8 out of 10 games, he gives you a good performance. I don't think we're in that bad of a position now anyway, but it's just unlucky for Fofana. I don't think it's going to damage his long-term future at Chelsea or anything. He's still young. There's still plenty of years for him to develop. I just feel like he's probably only going to be depth for us because too many knee injuries, and I don't know whether he's going to be able to recover from that. But the good thing about him is he's come back from injury about twice, 3 times already for us this season, and he seems to always come in quickly and recover well and be one of our best performers. So I think it'll be good depth for us. I just think it's a really bad setback for him, but I just hope that's it.
You know what? Just to kind of, it's one of them. Is it so? When you look at the knee, so it's the second knee, right? It's the other knee. It's not the same knee. That one you want to play.
We don't know.
We don't know yet. If it is the second knee, that's really bad because what it means then is that he's put pressure on that knee. You know, because I've twisted my knee one time, and the other knee, then this knee becomes a bit kind of like almost
balanced.
you know what I mean, fragile. So then you put the weight on the other knee. So it's very, very bad. These knee injuries, man. I don't know if anyone's had a knee injury here. Has anyone had a knee injury?
No, I wouldn't know.
Patrick, you've had one, yeah.
Yeah. I ruptured my patella tendon, and it's still giving me issues 3 years later. I've just started physio, and literally, funny enough, I was at the physio yesterday, and I was doing different exercises and stuff, and he was like, "You're overcompensating on one side to do the, to like." So yeah, it's mad when you get injured, and all you can do is think about it. When you come back, that's all that's on your mind. Don't get injured again. Don't get it. And you see, that's why players get injured usually straight away because they're not letting their body do things naturally. So, yeah.
And there's a pressure in the game to recover. There's pressure.
Yo, Patty, I'm not smiling at your injury. I'm not smiling at what Gunali said yesterday on Premier League.
What did he say?
He's funny.
He went to his physio and he goes to him. Going to the wrong department, the psych ward's on the opposite side. Being a Tottenham fan.
Oh my god,
this guy's got a response for everything. I was like, you don't miss a trick.
Yeah,
literally, because
that's proper.
We was just talking about injuries because one of our other guys, Bilal, has injured his shoulder. So then that brought up me talking about my physio, and I was literally there as I was reading the WhatsApp chat. And yeah, Gunali he always has the foot. It was funny.
I tell you, he doesn't rest, does he?
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't chill out. Even today, I mean, we'll talk about our pre-season. My man was writing essays, and I was like, "Come on, it's pre-season. Chill out."
Yeah. He needs to relax, man. He needs to relax, man. But you know what, though, man? Like, obviously, Virgil van Dijk got one as well, and he's not really looked the same player as well. Like, you know what I mean? And
he started to look.
I'm not saying.
I think people are being disingenuous. I think the last final third of the season, Van Dijk was back to his best. Like, he was good.
No, but you can tell he's lost that yard of pace, that kind of edge to him that he probably had before the injury, though. That for me is a fair statement to have. Like,
do you know what though?
Dropped off Van Dijk because of the injury.
Lewis brought up a great point about his age being on his side, and I think that factor there could potentially help him get through the recovery, because when you're younger, you recover a lot faster than when you are older. I think it's really sad what's happened to Fofana, because when he came to the Premier League, he set it alight defensively. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was singing his praises. And it reminds me a little bit of Abu Dhabi. You can see that kind of quality in him. You know, he's a good player. And if he was to have a little run with some good fitness, he'd be a top quality player. But Chelsea signing for big money, man. And it looks like they're not getting the value out of him about now. Big money.
We say age.
He's got 6 years left, so he ain't going anywhere.
With age, it's difficult because as a Liverpool fan,
exactly.
I've seen Joe Gomez get a lot of injuries at a young age, and he was one of those defenders where you probably looked at and go, "Oh, he could really be England's future." That's what they were saying about him when we won the league in 2020, and it was like, well, then he done the metatarsal, then his knee went. You could see the scar up his knee now, and now he doesn't even look like a fraction of the player that he was. And Joe Gomez is only 25. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, so
to be fair though, some players were different, because look at he was out for 4 months with a knee problem, and he come back and he looked sharp, scored 2 goals pretty much straight away, and he looks like he's back to his best. So you are right, everyone works different in it. So hopefully for him, because
fans on both sides, I guess at 25, there's still time to turn your career around. You know, so
But the good
But I
point
think
is, I don't think Jesus rushed it though. He was out for a good solid 3-4 months. He
Managed that well.
rehabilitated well. He came back like nice. I don't know what the situation was with Fofana. Like, has he done the training that he's needed to? Because you've got to do training outside of the pitch as well. Like, you can't neglect it. Even if you do strength training, you've got to stick to the plan. And obviously, different players, they're not as obviously like he might not have maybe done it and whatnot, follow the plan. We don't know yet, innit? Like, it's all part of being a football, but it's still a sad situation, man. Regardless, I mean,
what's going to matter as well,
like,
Saeed? Sorry, what's going to matter is if it's the same knee. If it's the same knee, then it becomes a problem because it can be a career-ending injury. Do you know what I mean? If it's the other knee, then maybe you can recover both knees and whatnot. But if it's the same knee and it's having that recurring problem with that same knee, then it's not looking good, man.
I would say it's not the same injury though, because the last when he got injured for Leicester, I think it was a leg break and it was like a medial tear, whereas this one's a different ligament. So maybe that works on his side. I don't know. I'm not a physio in it, but hopefully it works on his side.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mentioned Bellerin.
Well. Yeah, go on.
I was just saying Bellerin. I was saying Bellerin was how rapid he was before that one injury, before how fast he was, and then but go on. Sorry, I'll let you get to see.
Is that James?
No, I was just saying Luke Shaw injury. That was different though.
Bellerin, it was the mustache that weighed him down.
Man looking like Narcos on that, man. He was watching one episode of Narcos and then he thought he's got a new career as a drug cartel, mate. It's all mad in the dunya, man. But I think for me, this one was a bad one. The leg break. I think that's a completely different one, to be fair. But knee injuries, because your knee is very, very delicate. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the situations where if it imbalances with the other knee and then you put more weight on that knee, it's a different situation. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was almost that kind of question, Lewis, where a lot of yous were like, "Oh, well, should we really sign centre back? We've got so many and whatnot." And then now you definitely need one. And also, sorry, Liverpool fans, but Levi Colwill is not going anywhere now.
Yeah, that debate's done now.
Debate's done now. Even I can stop, what I mean, making stories up about that. But what are you saying, Lewis? Who you after, man? I know we don't want to laugh about it, but Maguire is available. Maguire is available.
Yep. We're gonna do that one.
You came on here, started to prop up Mason Mount and this and that. And how about I just tell you that Maguire is available for around 40 million, a cut price. I'll give you a little cut price, 40 million. And, what are you saying? You ready for that one?
There is, clip this. There is no chance Harry Maguire ends up at my football club.
When you say that again?
No chance whatsoever. Oh, so he wants me here by myself. All right, cool. There is no chance Harry Maguire ends up at my football club. If we want to entertain this and actually talk about how Maguire could end up here, the only realistic chance it could happen would be on a loan. And you guys just rejected a loan offer from West Ham. Harry Maguire to Chelsea goes against everything that our recruitment project is about. So there is no realistic idea that this could happen. I just saw an article today from Graham Bailey about it saying Chelsea have already inquired and they see he's one of the best defenders in the market, even though Fabrizio literally said a few hours ago, Chelsea will explore the centre-back market in the next days or weeks after Fofana's injury, only acting if they find the right option. We might not even go for a centre-back. We are thinking about it right now. I am sure we're not thinking about Maguire. I am sure we're not.
Listen.
So I ain't worried.
Listen, that's wild. That's wild. Big up to Tarantino. Reece James, Reece James, you're right.
You've got about 20 centre backs though. Anyway, you don't need another centre back. You got Bear in that.
They do, man. Thiago Silva's 39, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't shoot this out. For a couple of months.
Silva still walks into all of your back lines.
Not my back line.
Not ours. Definitely not my back line. I'll tell you that much.
Every single one. Every single
maybe
one.
Liverpool. You don't listen, we got Thiago Silva and Lisandro Martinez. We don't need no old man in Thiago Silva. No disrespect to him. He's still a quality centre back, but that's for a retirement home. He's getting ready.
Your back line.
Nah, man, listen. I don't know about that one,
we got the definitely not walking into mine.
Yeah.
No. You sidestepping into yours too, bro. Everyone's.
Lewis, that's just mad cheeky, bro. You can never say he walked.
Van Dijk,
That's just nah, bro. With a walking stick, maybe, but not in the arm. Not doing all that.
Silva will prove everyone wrong again next season. That's fine.
38 years of
But
age.
we have Silva, Badiashile, Colwill, and Chalobah. We play one game a week. That's fine.
Have some decorum. 38 years of age. We are not celebrating.
And he's still that good. My guy's timeless. He's like fine wine.
He's good.
Timeless.
He's good, but I don't need him, me. I don't want him.
In a back five.
You don't needing him is different. Needing him is different.
Let's see how he does in the back four.
You already have solid defensive teams. You might not necessarily need him. I think he still walks into all your back lines.
Okay, let me ask you a question here. I big up Taron T says those artificial turfs in the US are notorious for ACL tears. I didn't know that, to be fair. LJ Brown says Premsy, Holding, Dyer, Patrick Dyer. These are available.
25 million.
Yeah, we'll give you Holding. Yeah, swap deal for.
They're all trying to give us their deadwood. We don't need any of your centre backs. We're all good.
Okay, Patrick, I'm going to explain it to you then.
Take Van Dijk.
Out till when? How long's Badiashile out for, Lewis? Till when?
I think it's just the start of the season, so I think he's only going to miss the first few games.
Okay, then. So technically, you don't have him now. You have Levi Colwill, who's untested at the highest level, who's obviously done well at Brighton, but he's untested at the highest level. You've got Thiago Silva at 39. No, but come on, man. He's again being a bit part player for Brighton and being the main figurehead for Chelsea.
He's played 12 games and half of England have been begging for him.
No, but that's half of
more if we actually put him up for sale.
No, but hold on a minute here. When you look at it's a different test, when you are the almost like second fiddle at Brighton and you're playing at Brighton to Chelsea. This is Chelsea where they will literally be like,
this is a Chelsea team that finished 12th, bro. You get me? He finished higher than them. So
he could not have an easier route into the first team if Silva got sold tomorrow. You couldn't have an easier route into a first team. As long as he doesn't play like a bum in pre-season, he's going to start the season against Liverpool. And if he continues on the trajectory that he's on right now, sky's the limit. But we're in the same position that Brighton were in last season when they signed him. Out of Europe, playing one game a week. It's the same thing.
That's true. That is a good point. And then you got what's the other brother called with the dreads? Chalobah, is it Chalobah?
Chalobah, yeah.
Chalobah, isn't it? Yeah, but again, is he good enough? You know what I mean? Really? Like,
I think he's underrated.
He's underrated.
Good. He always gives me a solid game. 8 times out of 10.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think for me, when you look at that year, Liverpool for me, I don't really know too much. I think Konate and Van Dijk, are they good enough in terms of depth? Man United have got a decent depth now. Arsenal have got a decent depth. I just think Chelsea, they need to get a centre-back in. I don't know who's on the market right now, but they need a centre-back, man. You can't, for me...
3 of those teams are in Europe, though, and they need more players. We got one game a week. Like, back lines usually don't change anyway. You usually have a set back four and you stick to it.
Okay.
Especially when you got less games. Like, the only reason we'd have to rotate our back line is if we're playing in the cups. That's it.
Okay, fair enough. Does anyone think that they need centre back? Does anyone think that they should go for centre back?
Oh, we need centre back. Sorry. Oh, are you talking about Chelsea or Tottenham?
I think Chelsea.
No, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, not really. Not really. From what I've seen, like Lewis said, I think they've got enough. Personally, obviously,
it's just a bit tight. Like if you get one injury, then it's a little bit long.
Yeah,
that's it. But you never want to leave it. You never want to leave it to that.
You need depth, man. Look at us at the end of the season. Saliba was out, and we were struggling, man, towards the back end. You need good depth defensively.
But you had 4 competitions.
To be fair, you're not playing.
Not really. We dropped out of 2 very early.
I hear what you're saying because
that's true enough. Dropped out too early.
Because you only have 2. You only need 2 starting centre backs as it stands. I think people forgetting about Gusto as well. He can come in at right back, so you have another centre back option, Reece James.
James maybe can play.
Do you know what? A lot of people talking about Laporte in the comments, and Laporte's available, and he looks like he's potentially leaving City, and he'd be a top quality centre back to come in.
Laporte,
I wouldn't be against it. He ain't Maguire, so yeah, that's cool.
But he's got his fair share of his own injury problems as well, so you'd have to rotate him. I don't think he'll be a mainstay.
Yeah,
that would be fine though, because that's 5 centre backs. That's more than enough.
Yeah. But you know what it is though? Who right now is available though? When you look at it in terms of the market right now, I know you could probably hijack the Tottenham lads. You know the one is it the guys that you guys are getting
what Tapsoba and Van der Ven. It depends on the profile. Yeah, the profile that they want. I don't know if Chelsea need those type of defenders personally. Like you said, the market is quite slim. Kim Min-jae's going to Bayern Munich. I know you guys were linked with him for quite a while, Man United. Looks like he's done. So, yeah, there's not that many top centre-backs out there. So, but personally, I don't think Chelsea need another centre-back, to be fair.
Some breaking news regarding Chelsea and Maguire. It says here, Ricardo Carvalho is now stepping up the deal between Maguire and Chelsea. That's former.
No! Don't hide. Show me the source.
No. Let me just explain the picture here. You've just got to contact people about those watching. We've got Chelsea legend. Can you agree with this? Is Chelsea legend of your club? This Chelsea legend. Can we just agree with that?
I can't. I need to see the source. I can't speak until I see the source.
First of all, talk about your legendary guy. Is this a legend for Chelsea, by the way?
Yeah, big up Carvalho. Big up Carvalho, bro.
So basically, just for the people that are watching, are probably wondering what's going on here. This is Chelsea legend Carvalho training Maguire, who's soon to be, a Chelsea player. So he's just kind of ramping up the process right now, and he's trying his best efforts to bring him at the football club. So that's just a bit of developing news on that one.
What was the source? Yeah. What was the source? What did they say?
The source is trust me.
The trust, the sources hear me out.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, the sources hear me out.
Is the links to Maguire and Tottenham not true, Patrick, or is that just paper talk? Because it'd be so funny to see Maguire and Romero at the centre back pairing together. That'd be a mad thing.
He was tackling a bit. He's laughing a bit too hard there. Like there was concrete stuff there with you and Maguire in it. So.
Who? Me or Lewis?
Yeah. You were just cackling a bit hard, isn't it?
There's no
he wants us to save them. I get it.
I reckon he'll go. West Ham. Hopefully, West Ham will take him, and hopefully get that. A little bit more news about Chelsea. Caicedo bid rejected. First he bid 60 million, and then that was rejected early June. Latest bid 70 million. No add-ons included. Turned down. I don't know, I just find it a bit bizarre from Chelsea, because they've seen Arsenal fail. What was your highest bid, Premsy? Was it 85 million? Was it?
I think it was 75 with add-ons.
75 with add-ons. I don't know why Chelsea, when they know they need a midfielder, they desperately need another midfielder, why are they going this low? Like, I just feel like, for me, make the deal happen, pay them what they want, especially when it's a top player like that. I would, for me, be starting at 80 million, not starting at 60 million. I think that's a bit weird there. But what do you say, Lewis? Do you think that's good tactics, though? Be honest. Starting low at 60.
It would be bad tactics if there was other clubs involved, but it's just us here. And Caicedo's getting annoyed with this from what sources are saying because he wants the deal done soon. So this looks like Chelsea are just trying to move slowly, try and unsettle him and see if it gets a couple million off. And go for it. Nobody else is coming in for him. So take your time with it. As long as he's here by the start of the season, cool. Like, he's probably going to go to pre-season. If he doesn't, it might even speed up negotiations if he doesn't turn up to training. But I still think we're going to get him. Nothing else is really telling me otherwise. They're still talking every day. They're still negotiating. Neither side feels a bit annoyed in terms of how it's stalling and everything. So I think it will just happen. People just need to not worry too much about it. Just because
we come in and do a Mudrick on you, because if it's true about Party, you know what I mean? They're saying Arsenal want 50 mil. You never know. We might come in and take Caicedo.
Maybe the Party thing changes things, maybe. But I've just always thought if someone else wanted to hijack this deal, they would have done it by now. Like, it's been 3 weeks and nothing. Just
yeah. Liverpool, man, speak up, man. You know what I'm saying? What are you, man, doing? Like, soft, man. Liverpool are soft right now. What's going on, man?
Listen,
like,
man.
Liverpool needs to get active, man. What's going on?
No, see, this is what I wanted people to do. They don't hear anything with Liverpool, and all of a sudden, people think nothing's going on. Remember the last time you guys did this? The last time I was told, Mons, what's going on with Liverpool? We signed Sabos like 3 days later. You know, you triggered the silent assassin. Now again, just more. If you guys want to,
you guys just move like this. Just a click of the fingers, you sign someone.
You guys know how we move. Obviously,
hold on a minute. Szoboszlai, though. Why are we giving credit to Szoboszlai when you just met his release clause? It's not as if you did anything special. Let's be honest. You met his release clause.
He became available and we got it done before the deadline. The second his deadline, if we missed the deadline, then bidding wars would have started to happen. That's all dead. You know,
But
we
the
ain't money
deadline
man
was
like
how
that.
long ago?
We're not.
The deadline wasn't set on
I'm
a
not
day.
his
It was
club.
set ages
I'm not
ago.
his club.
Was
You can't
McAllister a release clause as well?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So he wants credit for release clauses.
I
Come
don't
on,
want
man. This
credit.
ain't Liverpool, man.
No,
You
we're
want
not
credit
doing
for
that.
release
We're not
clauses?
doing that. We're not about to discredit mankind. We're not
No,
about
but
to do
you're
that.
saying, hold on a minute. You're saying sleeping
McAllister
giant,
walks
and
into your
you all
team.
this. You all
McAllister
said all
walks.
this. Go on.
McAllister walks into your team, my brother. I'm sorry.
No,
You
I
got
didn't
Mason Mount for double
dispute
the
that.
price. He
I
walks
didn't
into your
dispute
team.
that. McAllister's a top player. Go on.
So, and we're saying, listen, no one actually knew that McAllister even had a buyout clause. It only came out when we activated it. Like we can say release clause hype and all that stuff, but we've got who we wanted. So at the end of the day, I ask you, man, right now, you Arsenal bid, reject, bid. Man City chimes in, you're paying more money. Caicedo, bid rejected. It's gonna go up to 90 mil. Again, you man spend the extra money you need to spend. I'm here doing smart business. Please allow me. I'm not money man like
You're
him.
saying that everybody works harder, but Liverpool works smarter.
My
What are you trying to say?
I don't have funds like you, man. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't have the funds like Arsenal and Chelsea now.
Yous have got funds, man. You spend a lot of money, yous do. Trust me. And that's what I'm hearing to Liverpool fans, man.
600 million in the last 3 wins.
You spend a lot of money, man, on big players as well. Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz. Get me 45 down on McAllister. You spend money, man.
We don't spend like you have. And don't even get me started on him. Don't get me started on his club. And even and Saeed's club go on like they're broke, and they're about to spend 200 million again. Again.
No, but again. This is what I'm trying to say. Like,
are parasites. They have parasites for owners.
No, you lot flip flop when you're FSG and FSG out. At least I'm consistent with my thing. I'm Glazers out no matter what. You lot cry FSG in one time and FSG out one time. So for me, I keep my energy consistent. Whereas you lot, 1 minute you're crying about FSG, and 1 minute you're not. So let's just keep that one very, very clear. But I want to go back to your point there. About your midfielder. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna watch Arsenal and Liverpool and Chelsea? Just fiddle around with Caicedo? Like Fabinho's about to leave. Like what? Would you not want to be in this situation here, Caicedo? He would transform your midfield.
I'd love a Caicedo. My number one, like the person I really want to see at Liverpool right now is a little bit more experience in Paulinho. Like, but the second I'm seeing 90 mil for Paulinho, again, that's just, I don't know why this whole inflation of defensive midfielder prices is just ridiculous. 90 million for Paulinho.
He's got like 4 years on his contract, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I hear it.
Chelsea, man. Chelsea the market.
Yeah, he signed a new deal.
Again, Enzo's price. Declan Rice is the only one where I can go, do you know what? He was probably the closest to the evaluation that Arsenal bought him for what we've seen in it. Everyone else, it's just getting silly at the moment. Obviously, people are looking at players like Kone and stuff like that, and Thuram.
What about Kimmich? Because apparently Bayern Munich are saying that he's not untouchable anymore, and if that sale came through, they would consider it. That is Joshua Kimmich.
How much are they asking for
funds for Harry Kane? It's like 50 mil. They're saying around 50 mil in it. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie in it. Kimmich, listen, that's a dream. I don't want to be that guy. That's a dream if we're talking Kimmich, innit? But I do want like a kind of destroyer type 6, because if Fabinho looks like he hasn't traveled with the squad. So guys, we kind of know what that means. We got Fabinho for 40 mil. So to sell him for 40 mil at the age of 29, when we all know deep down he's 39, like that's good money for him, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know this, man. That's good money for him. Yeah, so I'm looking at the 40 mil plus whatever money we might be harboring. Now that Cole's out the equation as well, like let's be honest, we can get some centre back for cheaper, and we could probably go in for a proper centre mid. I don't see why Liverpool aren't going for Caicedo, in my opinion. Now that we're selling Fabinho, it just doesn't make sense to me. But again, at the end of the day, the reports are saying he's slightly priced out for Liverpool in terms of what Brighton are demanding. So I don't know, man. I really want to go for a high-profile player who's has bags of experience, probably at least 26 and above. The only player that I'd look for that's probably inexperienced is.
What about this one? Inacio as well. They say Inacio as well.
Yeah. For a centre back though, we're talking about midfielders. Like, we're talking about DMs. Yeah, but Inacio is definitely someone, a left-sided centre back who we could definitely use. I just think that right now we need to go and get a 6. I'm not even looking at Henderson. I don't care what happens with Henderson right now. Fabinho needs to be replaced. If we're not going to sell him, I'd sell him anyway. But I just feel like right now, Lavia, 19 years of age, bit too much of a risk in it for 50 million as well. Yeah,
Facts.
people say Premier League proven,
Yo.
but he's got press resistant more than the destroyer.
Good shout there, man. Lakonga. We'll give you Lakonga. No problem.
Oh, really?
Man.
No, I've got Bacic.
you know.
I've got Bacic, man. We're going to do that. And another one who's the guy who's been
I
linked
just
to
hope
your
you don't
club
get
is Amrabat. The guy who's been linked to your club.
Man, if you don't get him, I'll be fuming, man. I'll be
He's another
fuming.
one. But his price is now inflated, though. His price, he's looking like it's no longer the 30 mil at the start of last summer now. His price is skyrocketed, obviously, maybe because of the World Cup, the road to the final for them in the Conference League, his performances. So, I don't know, man.
Blame West Ham. Blame West Ham. That's who you need to blame.
Hey, West Ham. West Ham, though, they're funny, you know, man. They bidded 40 million for Paulinho when they wanted 100 million for flipping for Declan Rice. How does that make sense? Like put your money where your mouth is, mate, and spend the money, man. Stop being cheap.
And you know what? They should have went in and brought these players first before they sold Rice. It made no sense, innit? As soon as you got that kind of money, everyone's going to look at you and think, yeah, time to pull your pants down, mate. Do you know what I mean?
It was reported that they would put like 30 million in for Gallagher as well today or yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's like Everton just offered 45 in January. So Rice, you know you got most of the Rice money up front, so no.
And another guy we were linked with who I was a bit like, what's going on there was Decore from Palace.
You know, good, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, yeah. Decore had an excellent season for Crystal Palace. He's a good player, you know. But again, not a sexy name, is it? Bro, he was voted Crystal Palace Player of the Year, I think it was. I think he had a decent
He's not top 6 ready though. He's not transforming any of the.
Bro, Klopp can transform players, man. Klopp can transform players, man. Wijnaldum came in, bossed it. Listen, I think for me, like, I don't know, you guys, did you not watch Decore, man? Decore was good, man, last season, man. I thought it was
Wijnaldum was really good. Decore is
he not talking about the Everton one, Patrick, by the way. He's talking about the one for Crystal Palace.
No, Crystal Palace. I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. Nah, I don't think he's.
Do you know what it is with someone like Decore? I think Liverpool. Listen, we have this thing with signing players from like the best of the rest and making them into something. But not all of them do work out. Obviously, you look at players like Andy Robertson, relegated, came into the team.
Yeah,
really well. You know what I'm saying? As you said, same for Wijnaldum. I just feel like Decore, for where Liverpool are at, is he good enough to bring Liverpool back to where we need to be? Is the question. In terms of, well, how old is he? Is
24, 20, I think,
25, 26, something like that.
If he's like 21 or something, then cool.
Nah, he's not 21. He's older than that. He's about.
What about Onana from Everton?
23.
He's going for him.
He's 23. That's what I'm saying, man. He's go. I'm telling you now, man. Yo,
would Everton sell to you?
Everton
would never sell.
Yeah, Everton.
They wouldn't sell to us. They wouldn't sell.
Yeah, never.
No. Yeah, I mean,
if you want us to make use of Basuma, we could. Like, that's if you know what I'm saying.
Basuma's going to be a problem this season, man. He was looking good at the back end.
Hopium.
Yeah, and he looked good.
Talking about Florentino Luis as well from Benfica. That's another one. Florentino Luis.
Yeah, big up Mo. You know, who just went. The thing is, right, there's players out there, but like I said to you, it's the market is inflated now. Everything's like Gallagher's going for 30-40 million. Like they're literally now, like, it's just whatever club feels now. If you want to get that player in, you've got to pay that money, and it is what it is. Like Tuchemani's not going to happen, man. He's apparently not going anywhere. He's apparently rejected Liverpool. Anybody that's coming for him, he don't want to go anywhere. This is, I mean, like, that's why I read this. Fabrizio Romano was talking about today.
Where's your source?
He's just said, you know what? He's rejected everyone that's coming from. Sorry.
What source did he reject Liverpool? Is that the hear me out source?
No. Generally, I was reading something today. Yeah, I think Fabrizio Romano on his video. Do you watch his video? Go watch his video on YouTube, because, like I said, they don't come out on the reports. But he was saying that he wants to stay here and he's rejected all bids that have come in from, you know, Liverpool and whatnot, etc., etc. So I think for me, he's got a future at Real Madrid, man. I don't know why the links are coming. Like, he's going to play, man. If Cruz is going to retire, Modric is going to retire. It's going to be him, Bellingham, Camavinga, and then obviously Valverde is going to be in there. So
Liverpool should go in for Frank Kessie, man. Frank Kessie is a bad man.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
Yeah. By the way, just to wrap up, Cucurella has come out and said, I think he wants to come here at Chelsea. I've read in the media lots of times. So Cucurella wants his former teammate at Chelsea.
A little bit of tapping up.
Yeah, he's tapping him up, man. So you never know what could happen on that one. Big up to you, Smokey Set. He says, don't think you lot don't you like that you from Ajax, Mexican brother that they got and
Edson
they got
Alvarez.
Sangari, yeah, from Puch, yeah, the Dutch PSV player slept on Xavi Simons, 6 million. Xavi Simons is going to what's the club called again? The RB
PSG.
Leipzig.
Oh, is
No,
it?
no, RB Leipzig. He's going on loan.
No way.
He's going on loan to RB Leipzig for a year.
He's quality, man. I
And,
wanted him at Arsenal.
Yeah,
Top
he's
player.
good.
I don't really
He's
rate that Mexican brother, if I'm being honest with you. So
You talking about
it is
Edson
what it
Alvarez?
is, man.
I'm talking about Xavi.
You talking
Xavi.
about Edson Alvarez?
Yeah, Edson Alvarez as well. He mentioned as well, and yeah, and Sangari as well. PSV DM as well, but he's going to somewhere. I think he's going to Nottingham Forest or somewhere there. I think Nottingham Forest are getting Sangari. You know, don't know if you've seen him.
Sangari. Yeah, he's a good player, man.
Yeah. Good player, man. So we'll see what happens with that one, man. Guys, 1.7k in here, which is crazy numbers. I'm just gonna check the likes here because I feel like you lot are just gonna be bugging right now. 450 likes. That's crazy. But guys, please like the video. It costs you nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if you want Maguire to go to Chelsea, please like the video. So please, everybody, hit the like button, man, on the video. Subscribe to everybody. Make sure you get to Premsy, the 6K. I don't know if you got 6K yet, Premsy. Do check on your channel. But yeah, man, I wanted to discuss United a little bit in terms of Hojlund and Muani. Who would you reckon be suited better to United? Start off with you, Patrick. I don't know if you've watched any of the two, but United are linked with Colo Muani and Hojlund. You know what I mean? What do you reckon? Who would you kind of want
If
in
you
the
want
team?
an immediate impact, I'd go Muani. But if you want someone with a massive ceiling, I would go for Hojlund, however you say it, Hojlund, because he looks insane. But he's only scored about 10 or 12 career league goals. So, you know, his sample size isn't big, but from what I've seen of him, he looks like his ceiling is insane. But Muani he's still raw, but he's definitely more rounded.
More proven.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
More proven, got more to his game at this current moment. So it just depends what Ten Hag wants to do.
6K.
Okay, well done.
Cheers, people. Appreciate the love, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Always, man.
So, but you
Always.
know what? Ten Hag is a good coach, so I could see him getting the best out of whoever he goes for. To be fair, I would say just trust your manager. So far, he's not done you any wrong. So whoever Ten Hag wants to push the button with, just go with him.
Well, he did bring in Waggers, Patrick.
Yeah, I know. That one was a bit weird, but I guess he was working with what he was working with. You know them ones. Sometimes you get these weird loans. But talking about that, you lot have also brought back Johnny Evans on a short-term deal.
Johnny who?
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans from Leicester.
I didn't know that.
No way.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
you got some Premier League winning experience now. Congratulations, bro. So that's another one where
it's got more Premier League titles than Steven Gerrard. Oh, that one. Sorry.
That was a kick in the dick. That one.
Man. See, that's what I'm saying. You should have told me how many Premier League titles he's got. Then I would have remembered. But, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Wow, that was.
No, be serious, man.
Why did you do that once? What is it? Sorry, why
did you do
that?
Honestly, I was thinking to myself, Evans, and he said Johnny Evans, and I was like, okay, that one. Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
PL experience. I rate it.
I thought, to be fair, he should have stayed at United. He was a good centre back for United.
Yeah.
But you know what it was though? There was one game where he passed the ball backwards, and the crowd had enough, and they literally hounded him out, man. Basically, they had enough. When the United crowd kind of has enough with you, I just feel like it's just the end of the road. I think Van Gaal that sold him? I think it was Van Gaal that sold him. And then, he never looked back since, man. So I think it's a short-term deal. I think his missus works as a presenter for the channel. So she must have plugged him in, man, somehow.
Wow.
It just shows you that Maguire is violation against Maguire, mate. Like, how must you feel now that Evans has come to the football club and you don't know where he's going to play, man? He could stay for a short term. He could be a long term. You don't know. It could be a year contract with a view to be a kind of player coach. You never know what could happen. But
is that a Ten Hag signing?
Your ex-captain, man.
I don't know, I'll be honest with you. It might be a Darren Fletcher signing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I reckon for me, his missus has plugged it. He's chatted to Ten Hag and said, yo, man, Give my little husband, you know what I mean, like little something there for a couple of weeks and that while
I
he
wonder
while he
what she
finds a
was
new club.
giving Ten Hag to me because I didn't
No, chill,
tell you
chill,
it's a
chill,
mad
relax,
thing.
relax,
Oh,
relax,
allow it,
relax, 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 relax. But you know what though? Big up to HKM News. It says Maguire, Muani fits United better. Hojlund needs to more service while Muani can link up and hold the ball up while getting other players into play. I think for me, Kolo Muani would be dangerous in the Premier League in terms of the PMP nature, the fact that he's quick, he's physical, he's you know what I mean, he can stretch
He's a
your defense.
top dribbler as well, man. Good dribbler.
Top dribbler, he can play across the free as well. But like I said, in terms of what maybe Ten Hag wants, I reckon he'll probably lean towards Hojlund for me, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, listen, it is what it is. People are saying it's only for preseason. Yeah, absolutely, man. But you know what? I wanted to have the debate, yeah, right? When you look at the strikers in the Premier League, yeah, Haaland, even Chelsea, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna gas up Jackson, yeah, because you know, you don't know what he's going to be, yeah. Harry Kane's still there, but he could possibly leave. And then you've got Richarlison as your main striker. Liverpool have got Nunes, but even Nunes, is he an out-and-out striker? Because again, he's playing on the wing now. When you look at, and Jesus is another example of a striker that really isn't an out-and-out number 9 because he likes to link up. He can play better on the wing. Pep Guardiola uses him
Jackson
on the
as
wing
well.
over there. Hey?
Jackson as well. He's that same sort of profile too.
Yeah, like Tony was the only one really that I think for me, if if he was there and available, I'd want him United to snap him up more.
What about that kid from Brighton that's coming through?
Yeah, Evan Ferguson.
striker.
Yeah, Evan
Yeah,
Ferguson. Yeah.
Ferguson.
But I'm talking
Yeah.
about us.
Very
I'm talking
cold.
about us lot. Like I'm talking about us lot. Obviously,
Yeah.
Patrick Harry Kane could go. So for us lot, like we are having like alternative number 9s. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna have more goal scorers from maybe the wide areas more than ever now. Which one do you prefer? Like Prem's to start with you. Like you used to have Thierry Henry. You know what I mean? Like out and out number 9. You know what you're gonna get, goal scorer. But he did actually drift wide and kind of go in and whatnot, and then obviously play off Bergkamp. But what do you prefer, like, or do you think the way football's going right now, you are going to get these hybrid footballers? And Kuku's another example as well.
Do you know what? I think the way managers like to play now, they like to have that link up with the front three and the fluidity. But for me, I want both in my team. I've been screaming out for it for ages. We've got the likes of Jesus and Trossard that can play that false 9 position and link up with the wingers. But I want, like I've been saying, somebody like a Mitrovic, an out-and-out goal scorer, big, bully up defence that can change the game on its head. And I think if you want to be successful, you need to have a bit of a plan B as well. And you've got to have some kind of something different to come off the bench. You get me? So it's all good and well maybe having a Jesus in the team and him linking up and creating more opportunities for Saka to score and Martinelli to score, because it does work well. We scored a lot of goals last season. But when it's not working for you, I think you do need to get an old-fashioned number 9, like an Ivan Toney, like a Ferguson, like a Ollie Watkins, somebody like this that could come in and change the game on its head, man. So you need both if you want to be successful.
I think it just depends. I think United actually needs more of a Kolo Muani because rather than a Hojlund. I don't know, man. Like you guys, like just from what I've seen from what Ten Hag wants on this striker, I feel like Kolo Muani is what you guys want Martial to be doing when he's fit and when he's actually playing properly and at his best. That's the similarities I look at, because Martial, I'm not gonna hype up Martial, but like the Martial you saw score 27 goals in a season is what Kolo Muani can get to.
They're saying that he's a similar player to Kolo Muani, but like in terms of the playing style.
Yeah. I think Martial's a little bit more tidy. Yeah, a little bit more tidy. He's still technical in his own way, innit? I think, as I said, Hojlund is more, again, robust, more of like he's more built. But I don't know if that's going to help. I think with what you have with Rashford, I think you guys need to go for whatever's going to complement Marcus Rashford, as opposed to what's going to
sign a new deal, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think probably Harry Kane would have complimented Rashford the most, but again, that's we're going over there with that. But in terms of Hojlund, his sample size, like what Pat said, is so small. I feel like fluidity is probably what you guys need right now. Because if you look at Anthony, if you look at your goal sample, without Marcus Rashford, it's very, very small. And Anthony doesn't look like he's going to score more than 12 Premier League goals next season. I think he'll have a better return than last year, but he's very wasteful. Fernandes is very wasteful. Rashford, clinical at his best. If you can get another player to just take the goals away from Rashford, but still complement the front three, I think Kolo Muani does that.
Yeah,
Very
you
well.
need to go
Yeah.
in and sign Eddie and Ketia, man. That's what you need to do. Trust me, Eddie. Take
Yeah.
him off our hands.
Listen, man, Eddie, get out of here, man. You know what I mean? I
It's
don't
not
want
that bad,
nothing
man.
to
It's
do
not
with
that
that one.
bad.
Yeah. Arsenal eyeing Kudus. Bro, okay. It's a bit of a weird one when you've got 3 players in that position already. You've got Odegaard, you've got that kid that you bought from Porto.
Yeah, but he
Listen,
needs to go on
eyeing
loan,
Kudus.
Fabio Vieira. He needs to go on loan.
Yeah, but Kudus would be a good signing, you know. That's come out of nowhere because at the end of the day, he was linked to Brighton, you know, and all of a sudden he's possibly linked with Arsenal.
You got serious.
Who would Arsenal sell for that? That's what I want to know.
What?
Sorry?
Who would we sell?
Yeah,
I don't think we'd
because
sell.
I'm guessing Partey would go, but you'd get a midfield, a more deeper midfielder first.
I have a feeling they might loan out Fabio Vieira for a season.
Possibly.
Maybe.
That's a good option.
You know what I mean? Maybe they might have loaned out Emil Smith-Rowe. I don't know what's going on with Emil Smith-Rowe as well at the moment. So we're going to have to wait and see. But I think this Partey situation needs to get sorted. For me,
my computer's jammed.
What was it?
No, you go. Keep going.
Yeah, we need to sort this Partey situation out. If the player doesn't want to be at the club no more, sell him. But in my honest opinion, if we lose Thomas Partey out of this team, there's going to be a lot of fluidity gone out of the way we play football and the way he kind of conducts himself in midfield, and it's going to be a big loss. We bring in another midfielder to partner Rice. It's going to take some time for them to gel, and are we going to see the same kind of results we did last season? It's going to be a sticky one, man. So they got to get this Thomas Partey situation right. Allegedly, Arsenal want £50 million for him. Whether they'll get that or not, that's another question. If they do, then I'm just hoping that we go in for Caicedo and just put the money down in for him. I'm telling you, because somebody said their thoughts on Havertz. Obviously, I think everyone knows my thoughts on Havertz. You get me, bro? I'm telling you, get me. I've been watching pre-season. Yeah, my man's having to do push-ups. You get me? Because it ain't looking good for him in training as well.
So. Oh, we can do push-ups. Oh,
yo, bro, this is what's going on. So we're gonna have to wait and see. The thing that scares me about this Havertz situation, though, is he's coming in as one of our highest earners, if not the highest earner, which I do not understand, and I don't know if Arsenal are going to put that kind of money down on a player and not start him in the first team, which is something that we never would do. If someone's the highest earnest player, they're going in straight away, and that's cause of concern for me, man.
Yeah, you don't spend 65 million on a player to bench them. He's going to get significant minutes. He might not start every game, but 65 million, like you said, Femzi, one of your highest earners, he's coming into play. Do you know what I mean? So it's a weird one. I still don't understand it personally. Obviously, as a Tottenham fan, I'm, intrigued to see how it pans out. But it's weird. A weird one. It's a weird one. Why are you not laughing?
You took the words out my mouth, bro. That's why.
So
I was gonna say,
you know what? It's not even. Everyone knows what I feel about this guy anyway, so I should be laughing.
I hear it, bro. I'm interested to see what position you play him in.
Football's just a cruel sport. This is why sometimes I don't cost players heavy, because they could just end up signing for my club, and it's
bro, but it's not even. The thing is with me though, bro. Even if you play for my team, if I don't think you're a right fit, I'm cussing your ass. It's simple as that, bro. I don't move no bricks. You get me? I just say it exactly as it is.
Fremzi's always
fucking up. I hear that.
And the thing is, this guy, like I've said, he's got the Arsenal shirt on. I want him to do well. You get me? I want him to do well, but everything around it says otherwise. You get me? And I'm smart enough to see him in this league for 3 years, and it hasn't worked out for him. You get me? So unless Arteta, I don't know what he's going to do with him, or if he's a better manager than the managers Chelsea had and can pull something out of him that I physically can't see in his game, then happy days. But at the moment, it's very concerning, absolutely concerning. Even inside the pre-season friendly against Nuremberg, it's seen nothing special for him. You want to put the shirt on for the first time, you expect to see something. It's mad.
Was mad, yo. Caicedo, big up to you. Goes, can't wait for Sky Sports and BT to push a Hojlund versus Haaland rivalry, just for Haaland to outscore him by 40 goals. You steal that from the internet there. That isn't your original kind of tweet, man. I hear it, man. Shout out to you, man.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, listen, Haaland's a freak, man. But Arsenal till I die says Kai will be a squad player on 190 grand a week. 330 grand a week is fake news. It's quite obvious to me about tactical versatility. Kudus now linked to. This is why it don't make sense to Havertz signing. If you're going to be linked with Kudus, like Havertz is meant to be your Kudus in a sense of, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. It's a weird one. I don't know. Like
they've had 2 weeks of training sessions and they already want to get rid of him.
Here's the contradiction. And this isn't you, Premsy, because you've already made it clear your feelings, and other Arsenal fans. But there's also the section of Arsenal fans who have completely turned the new leaf, and they've said, "Oh, Arteta has a plan. You know, whatever he does, I'm there. I'm for it, no matter who the player is. Even if I said he was a terrible footballer." But then after the game, Arteta said himself, "We're gonna have to figure out a role for Kai Havertz. He doesn't know where his best position is." Yeah. But I thought Arteta had a plan.
Jorginho's fault this.
Agent Jorginho, bro. My God. My God, man.
Hey, don't hate me. Arteta said it. Don't hate me, chat. Don't hate me.
You know what? Someone put he's on 190k as if that's not small money. That's still a lot of money. Like 200 grand a week is still big money in this day and age. That's not
after
small.
his performances and that, bro. I wouldn't even give him 100.
Fair play to him. The best thing he did was get more money for doing fuck all at my club. Fair play.
But you know what, though? To be fair, if you sell these two players, Tierney for me, I know you love him and that, but how much do you reckon you can get for Tierney in this market right now? Like 20 million, 30 million?
35 mil, I think.
How long's he got left?
I wouldn't want to sell him, man. He's the best left back we got, in my opinion. He's the only one who can actually defend. Yeah, Zinchenko might be able to be a bit better in the forward progressive role, but Tierney, when Arteta seems to flap it in the last vital moments of games, Tierney's the first guy that's coming onto the pitch. You get me, to save the day. So if you want to win the league, you want to win the Champions League, and you want to go far in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, you need to keep a decent sized squad full of quality. And there's going to be games where you got to be a bit pragmatic. Zinchenko towards the back end of the season made loads of mistakes defensively. You get me? You got to shore things up. And Kieran Tierney, if we were to let go of him, I think it's going to be a bit of a disaster, to be fair. If he was to go, then I probably see only a Tomiyasu filling in his role. That's why Yuri and Timbers come in as well. So there's a possibility he could go. But for me, we should be keeping him. Definitely, he could play on the left side of a back three as well, like he does for Scotland. He's got a bit of versatility there for him. And he's one of our only players who can actually put a cross into the box. So if you sign this new 6'4" Havertz, you got to get the ball on his head. So you got to keep
he's inconsistent with his head too, bro.
He scored some crazy headers against
Yeah, 1 in 10 going. 1 in 10 going.
Yeah, listen, I don't know, man. I think for me, when you actually deep it and you look at everything that's going on, Havertz, it says here, is a club signing, not an Arteta signing. I don't believe that, because I feel like for me, Arteta and Edu, bro, these men are like, they love each other, man. The way they're moving now, they're like the duo in it. Like, I feel like they got a good connection in a sense, and they're together, man. I don't think they've got this kind of feeling where
you got to give them credit for bringing in players early, because that's something that we haven't done for years. You get me? Is signing players early, incorporating them into pre-season, getting a flow in the team. And all Arsenal fans have been on Arsenal's back for a number of years, doing that, wait until transfer deadline day, penny pinching, trying to get the best deal. But no, we challenged for the league, and now we've gone out there, put money down, broke our transfer record, and brought in Declan Rice. That just shows that we are on an upward trajectory. Yeah, I understand we do have to trust in Arteta and the players that he brings in, because there's been a lot of players that we thought, really, are paying this kind of money for them, and they've come good. But obviously, it's just one of them, and sometimes you watch football with your eyes, and you can assess things differently. And with the Havertz one, if Arteta doesn't know where to play him now, and he's got to figure a plan out for him, I don't know why we brought him in the first place. So that's just confusing me, that particular signing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. I hear you on that one, man. Still 1.6k in there, guys. Let's get the likes up, man. I think we could easily get 1,000 likes, but you know what I mean? There's me just trying to ask for a lot, man. So just keep liking the video as much as we can. Keep hitting the like button on the video. Move on to Tottenham now. Tottenham, I mean, we don't really want to talk about... sorry, let me just get this last super chat on Arsenal before we go to Tottenham. What would you rate Arsenal's window out of 10 if we have Rice, Timber, Havertz, Kudus, and keep Partey and Tierney? Bro, that's 8, 9 out of 10, man. That's quality, man.
That's 8. 8. Havertz kills it would be a 10.
Oh,
That makes no sense.
you know.
I still think we need a striker though as well, man. I think Eddie, Balogun, and Jesus are very similar, man. And yeah, we did score a lot of goals, but against teams like City and stuff like that, when the pressure's on you and you can't get the ball, you need a plan B. And I think we definitely need to go and get that striker because Jesus can cover out on the right hand side for Saka as well if need be. So we don't really need to get another winger.
That's a good point. Yeah, 100%. I hear you on that one.
But it's a good window so far.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, Tottenham. Patrick, talk to me, man. There was a bit of meltdown on Twitter today, but reality is pre-season. What's the latest on Kane? Is it still they're taking a piss? Bayern Munich, is that the situation still?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Harry Kane's a coward as well. I think if he really wants to leave,
you're turning on him already.
I'm not turning on him. I always keep it real. Do you know what I mean? Regardless who it is. And I just think like it's getting boring now. If you want to leave, just say you want to leave, be a man about it, and then we can all move on. If not, cool, just get your head down. I think by now he should address it either way. There's nothing wrong with saying that you want to leave, you want a new challenge. He's been there his whole career. We understand he's been let down. Any honest and normal-minded Tottenham fan and football fan will understand exactly where he's coming from. Will understand the situation with Daniel Levy. We all hate Daniel Levy. Do you know what I mean? So we can see it with our own eyes that he's let the club down time and time again. But just say you want to leave, man. This whole hiding behind stuff and, you know what I mean, just keeping every avenue open, it's just really cowardly. It's very meek and it's not as bad as Lukaku, but it's kind of like leaning towards that where you're just trying to just keep every avenue open and in the end you just piss off everyone. Do you know what I mean? If you want to leave, say you want to leave, do it early so we can all move on. And like Premsy was saying about the window, doing stuff early, I just don't want this hanging over us for the whole season. This whole what's going on with Harry Kane, is he going to stay? Is he going to?
Patrick, sorry to interrupt you. Can you blame Harry Kane though moving the way he is? Because you all know what Daniel Levy is like. I mean, even if Kane comes out and says, "Yeah, I want to leave," Daniel Levy will just hold him by the clutches until an offer comes in, and he might have shot himself in the foot where he's playing next season at Tottenham and nobody likes him.
The thing is, I don't think the fans will ever turn on Harry Kane because we can see what's going on. But I just think it's very.
Look like you turned real fast, fam.
I'm not turning. I'm just bored of it now, man. And it's like if we see even stuff like this, free my guy Kane. Kane's not in prison. Kane can actually turn around and say, "Listen, I would like to move." Yeah, but he's only got like a year left on his contract. I've seen Eriksen and even Hugo Lloris and other players come out and say,
I think it's because he doesn't want to leave on a bad note, on a sour note. But sometimes you got to make decisions in life, and the top players in world football have done that. And you know what? People forgive you, man. People forgive, man, quickly nowadays in football, man.
You don't need to force your way out, but you can just be honest about things instead of just not saying anything. And every year it's the same old shit. And the thing is, from where I look at it, we've got a new season coming up, brand new manager, a lot of new players. I just don't want this Harry Kane cloud hanging over us. So I'd rather we know where we stand so we can all move forward or we can all decide what we're doing. Regarding the preseason game today, I don't think sensible fans, it's fucking preseason. You know, we went 2-0 down and a lot of people were going nuts. And I was like,
they were going nuts, man.
Nuts.
Shout out to Tanya, but she was nuts as well on the timeline.
I love
there was a lot of people.
Tans is funny, man. Tans is my girl.
Tans is funny, man.
People were going crazy. Honestly, there's so many people on my time. They were absolutely losing it. And I was like, of course it's West Ham and whatever. But again, put things into context. West Ham had already played 3 preseason games. David Moyes has been there for like 10 years. He's fucking a dinosaur. And they played a lot of seasoned players. So, you know, it was our first 45 minutes, had a whole new back line, essentially, brand new goalkeeper. And to be fair, we absolutely battered them like throughout the whole game. But they had 4 shots on target and scored with 3 of them. We had about 20 shots on target and only scored 2 goals. Should have had a penalty as well. I don't know how we didn't get one. But, I mean, preseason doesn't mean anything. I'm just looking at our players getting a run out. You know, are they getting juice in the legs? Kind of, you want to see you want to see intent, you want to see patterns of play, you want to see them understand the formations and get to understand tactics. I saw all of that today. He was cool, man. I'm not bothered at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think these days people just want to be angry at anything and everything. There's people that just want to, So yeah, it is what it is. But from what I saw, things looked okay. Yeah, I mean that's all I can
about
say.
The keeper? People asking about the keeper, the Vicario. Was he good?
I thought he was good, man. Like he made some good reactionary saves. We conceded 2 corners, we conceded 2 goals from headers. One was from a corner, one was from a short corner. Defensively, he kind of got let down, but these guys are scoring from point blank range. No keeper is saving them. So I thought he looked all right. But again, he only played 45 minutes. How can I really judge someone off the first 45?
No, exactly.
But from what I saw of him, I thought he was all right. So even this guy here, Havertz, saying thoughts. I thought he was fine, man. He looked shaky on one. He tried to overplay it out from the back on one occasion, and he almost got caught out. But other than that, he looked cool, man. I didn't see anything where he looked out of his depth. Reguilon, for me, looked good going forward, but shocking defensively as per. There was some good little Destiny Adoji looked good when he come on in the second half.
I heard.
Yeah. Basuma looked really good and comfortable.
Basuma remontada, man. I'm calling it now. Basuma remontada, man.
Basuma looked good, man. And there was some other good performances, but yeah, I mean it's the first pre-season game. What we did is we changed the whole 11 at half time, so there was 2 11s playing. So the first half was one game or one team. Second half was another.
That's what they do in pre-season.
So
that's what they do
45.
most of the time.
But saying that, West Ham played like their strongest team, and they only changed 1 or 2. They made like 3 or 4 subs, and they made them as if they were playing
the first
a normal
half. They had
game.
a dead team, man. First half, they had a dead team. Come on, man.
They had the main keeper who pretty much played the whole game. And they had a lot of players that you would see in a West Ham lineup at some point. So they played the strongest team. But yeah, I mean, credit to West Ham. I see even West Ham fans were going nuts on Twitter, and I was like, it's a London, right? It's derby, and wouldn't you want to beat us? And this and that. I was like, it's fucking pre-season. Like you ain't beat us in a competitive game for 2 years. Chill out. But it's it's football, isn't it? And I guess when football comes back, people start losing it again. So it's one of them ones. But yeah,
we will be there. We will be there. We will be there, definitely. Double A says here, I'll be there if King Kai turns this around. Big up Saeed and Premzi. Now, listen, man, if you believe in it, then why not, man? You never know. That's what we're here to be, you know what I mean? Like, Premzi wants to be humbled, and that's what every fan wants, man. You don't have an agenda forever, man. That's not what it's about.
You know what, bro? I just want the best for my club, bro. And if it comes out and it works out, like I'm praying and hoping it works out. I'm just going off evidence of what I've seen over the last 3 years. And 65, 70 million, I don't understand it. I really don't. Coming in as one of the highest paid players when you are struggling to give Saka 200 bags a week, I don't see it. I don't understand it. You get me? When Arteta's coming out saying that he needs to find his best position, I don't understand it. You get me? So it's one of them, and I hope he comes good. I want him to come good. I want him to help us push on and win the title and win the big stuff. But can I see it happening? Just gonna have to wait and see, hope and pray, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll just confirming that result there. Bayern Munich are leading 18-0 at half-time against FC Rotash.
What league? What division are they in? What division are they in?
I'm gonna check now. I don't know what division. They're in a local team, apparently. They're a local team.
Oh, they're a local team. Fair enough. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think they're
so they're like a non-league team kind of thing.
It's not even coming up on the fixtures thing. That's how.
I don't know who they are.
That is mad.
Oh yeah, but it needs to check the betting on that. You get me? It looks like one of them local lads slapped the bet
on. Mad.
I'm telling you, though, I don't know why they played. It might be for charity, man. I reckon it's for charity, man.
Yeah, it's not even on there. Like, it's not even on the Instagram. Like the admin's not even paying it no mind.
Yeah, man. Guys, let us know where they are in the league, man. That's crazy, man. King Jew says, big up the panel. Just subscribe to Premzi. Keep up the good work, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm saying love for that, man. Also have to get another Premier League midfielder next to Rice. You can't leave him on an island. Well, there you go. Or unless Partey stays, and then maybe you can do that over there. So yeah, man. A San Marino equivalent. Yo, listen, man. It's madness, man. It's madness, man. But people, we're going to leave it here. Still 1.5K in the building. How many likes shall we end it, guys? Anyone got a kind of like count, figure?
I need 1,000 likes, man. 1,000 likes.
1,000 likes, man.
Yeah, 800. 100 or more is good.
1,250 watching back. Once this is all watched back,
hit the like so you keep Maguire.
Because those watching it back, you guys are just as important. So make sure you watch when you're watching this back to hit the like button as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Make sure people to go check out Mon's stream. I just directed it there to you, Mon. So hopefully you're going live at 7, aren't you?
Yeah,
so let them know what you got. What you're talking about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's pretty much again. We're going to talk about more about Caicedo. We're going to go into that into the Kimmich direction of where he could end up, what team could probably do with a Kimmich type player. We're going to go into the Tottenham game a little bit as well. So just a little bit, and then of course Hojlund and Rashford's new contract. Definitely going to talk about Rashford's new contract. So a lot to talk about within the next hour, 50 minutes or so. So yeah, man, tune in, smash the like and subscribe, and again, congrats to Prems for reaching 6K, man.
Thank you very much.
Man. Premsy. Come on, man. Big up to you, Premsy. You got me. Shout out to you every time, man.
Yeah, man. Respect, man. Make sure you go over and check out Premier League Unpacked yesterday. The lads are back. We dropped a show yesterday, and you know what? It's pretty entertaining, pretty funny. It always is. Good banter, good chemistry. Big up the chat as well. Good chat as usual. Make sure you smash the likes on this video because we want to push this show out to the hills. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy this every week. So thank you for that, and thank you for getting me to 6K people. Love, man.
Come on, man. Always, man. Always. Patrick, the content, you know what I mean? It's coming, man. It's coming, innit? Let them know, man.
It's coming. I'll set out the foundation. So when we drop, it's going to be big. So yeah, it's all good. I'm on, what is it? Last word on Spurs tonight. So we're going to be going over the preseason friendly. So that'll be good. So yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see what I'm up to. You'll see links to that. You can follow me on Instagram as well. And yeah, let's push this show, man. If you're watching this back, like Mont said, like it, because Best of the Rest is definitely one of the best like joint collaborations out there, and it needs to really blow for this upcoming season. Do you know what I mean? So, and every content creator here is quality and doing good things in their own division. So when we come together, it's like Megatron or something. It's mad. It's like the Avengers. So
come on, Nah, I love that. Nah, I love that, man. Carefree Lewis. Big up to you, man, for all the Maguire prop. Let them know where they can find that.
Big up, guys. Be live on my channel every day at 3 to discuss the latest transfer news. And I will be there when Harry Maguire either stays at United or joins another football club. But big up, everybody. It's been a great show. Love every time.
And that covered Chelsea. Big up to CFC Pirates. As the word is a Nigerian Arsenal fan has buried Juju at the bridge. We need to hire a professional to outdo it. Sorry. Yeah, listen, man, that's wild, man. Like I said, man, it is what it is, and what can you do, man? But that's wild comment there, man. But big up to you, regardless. And like I said, man, speedy recovery to also Fofana. I also want to give a shout out to Edwin van der Sar, who has now, I think, woke up from his coma. He's now no longer in intensive care. He's still in hospital. He hopes to go home next week. So that is amazing news for Van der Sar. So, you know what I mean? That's some good news for a stream that, you know what I mean, started off with bad news. But people, check out Monty's stream, and I'll be back 10 o'clock tonight, people. 10 p.m. I'll see you there. Peace.